So to celebrate the release of Top Gun Maverick in cinemas now, Asobo in collaboration with Top Gun have released the Top Gun Maverick Expansion Pack for Microsoft Flight Sim. It's now available for both PC and Xbox, and to be honest, has been available for 3 days, so I'm pretty late to this news. But in today's video, I'll be talking about it, going through what you get and giving you my thoughts. Let's get right into it. Okay, so before I basically talk about my thoughts on it so far, I haven't seen the movie yet. Hopefully, I'll be going out with some friends tomorrow to watch it in the cinema. I've just been very busy lately with exams, so I haven't had the chance to yet. But I cannot wait to go see it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow. That does mean I don't want any spoilers in the comments. Please, please, please don't ruin it for me. But yes, let's get right into it. So it's been a long awaited expansion pack. Of course, it was delayed alongside the release of the movie due to the pandemic. It was meant to be released last year on November the 19th, so we've certainly waited some time for it. But my goodness, that went quickly. Now that does mean it's lost a bit of its prestige. For example, the F-18E Super Hornet was meant to come with this expansion pack. Instead that came with the Game of the Year edition. So of course we've lost a bit of it there, but nonetheless it's a pretty cool expansion pack. Now all you need to do to download it is load up Microsoft Flight Sim. I might ask you for an update. Head over to Content Manager and it should be there to download for free on both Xbox and PC. Let's go through the main features. So I've tried out most of it. It brings over a new aircraft, a new livery, a bit of music in the theme of the movie if you're doing the training missions, of which there's 3 of them, and 5 special challenges that will test your skills in the beautiful F-18. One of the challenges involves a carrier. Here you can see me basically crashing an F-18 into a carrier. It's good fun, and of course it does kind of teach you how to do it. Annoyingly, you don't get the carrier in the open world. This really did annoy me, to be fair. It only exists on the challenge. Hopefully that means Asobo might introduce something down the line that will mean you can put in carriers around the world, because of course now they've got the dynamics for it, to not rely on an external bit of software or an add-on. It's not a major issue, but to be fair, I think they missed an opportunity here to put the aircraft carriers everywhere, or at least allow the user to set where they want the aircraft carrier to be. But nonetheless, it's really fun to fly the ball. It's certainly a challenge. I find what works best for me is to go at a slow speed, 120, 130 knots, and side slip down there. So that's basically where you sort of cross over your controls. So you push your left rudder while pulling right on the stick. That means you slow down and will also increase your rate of descent. Perfect for landing on a carrier. That's my tip anyway, and I managed to do it successfully. Eventually, I think it was my second go, which I was quite happy with anyway. Moving away from challenges briefly, you also get free training missions which teach you, funnily enough, how to fly the F-18 on Microsoft Flight Sim, because of course it's a bit of a complex aircraft, although not study level in this case. DCS will be your friend there. So that's pretty nice, and of course you do get a few other challenges, most of which involve getting as close to the ground as possible, as you can see here. Particle effects on the F-18, I don't believe they've been updated, but they certainly look fantastic. It's something Asobo have been working on extensively lately, particle effects, and they really do pay off here. Now, quite a surprise, and I guess this is from the movie. In fact, I know it's from the movie because I've seen it on the trailer. We've got the concept aircraft, which is the Lockheed SR-72 Darkstar. Now, this is a concept in real life, but in that case, it's a spy drone. In the movie, I believe, I haven't seen it, of course, but I believe it's a basically futuristic SR-71. You can take this bad boy high, easily at 120,000 feet at the stratosphere, to around Mach 7 to 9, I believe. I'll of course let you decide how realistic that is, but it's great fun. It does take a bit of getting used to, but of course there's a challenge for that. As I said, you also get the Maverick livery for your F-18, so you can be truly Tom Cruise, or any other naval aviator you want to be, and basically fly in your own real life movie. Exaggerating it there, but it is good fun. And the Darkstar aircraft is certainly unique. I even managed to land it pretty blind as well, which I was quite happy with, although I don't think the landing gear would be too happy with me. But nonetheless, it's certainly not an aircraft you could land on a normal runway, unless you're heavily reliant on the instrument panel. It's mostly used, or at least on a training mission, basically makes you land in a giant bit of desert. But there we have it. It's a good little expansion pack, not too much to talk about. It's available now. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, I do think Asobo have missed a trick here, and I hope they add more carriers by at least allowing you to choose where you want it to be. But to wrap this video up in direct reference back to the title of the video, is it any good? Yes, it's a decent expansion pack. At the end of the day, we're getting it for free, so I'd definitely say it's worth it. I mean, it took around 5 GB of download space, and I think that minimises to 1.5 GB once it's installed. So yes, I'd definitely say if you're looking for a bit of fun, I can definitely recommend it. Of course, the F-18 you may have some experience with regardless, but aside from that, the carrier challenge is quite good, and if you're on Xbox, of course it's your only opportunity to be able to use something like that as opposed to downloading an add-on on PC. And as I've said a few times through this video, that weird little experimental SR-72 basically is a quirky little aeroplane, but equally it's very fun to fly and certainly makes for a unique flying experience. I think that wraps it up pretty quickly. I give it a rating of 8 out of 10. From me today, that is all. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I hope you feel the need for speed. And of course, if you have enjoyed Top Gun Maverick, let me know down below, but don't spoil it for me, otherwise I'll be very annoyed. I look forward to the movie, and I think this expansion pack is pretty cool, although of course there's a few shortcomings. I'll see you around, guys. A big thank you to my first class channel members. Sorry I haven't been as active with content at the moment, I'm going through my A-levels at the moment. From me today, I'll see you around, goodbye.